Graphing inequalities. All right, so before I show you a system of inequalities, I need to show you a single inequality, okay? All right, so let's say I asked you to graph, and we've talked about this briefly before, but let's just go back. Let's say I have x minus 7 is greater than, no, let's do x minus y. Is greater than 7, okay? If I asked you to graph this, there's a couple of things you need to know, all right? If I'm talking about less than or greater than, okay, this is a dashed line. If it's less than or equal to or greater than or equal to, it's a solid line, all right? So, yes, I would graph this using cover-up, okay? Graph it just as if there's an equal sign there. But remembering dashed or solid, that's our first step, okay? So if I graph this, and I did cover up, then I would know that x equals what? 7, right?
Yes.
Remember what you did yesterday when it was in standard form? You could do cover up. This is an easy cover up.
I didn't never do cover up.
Okay. Now, cover up the other part, and you have negative y equals 7. So what does y equal?
1.
Negative 7. You got to divide by negative 1. All right, this is just, I am literally graphing this. What we spent all day yesterday doing. If it's in standard form, how do you graph it?
Okay, but that's that.
Mm-hmm.
You got negative 7? And that's it? Why do you got negative 7?
From negative y.
Because, yeah, negative y. If you do cover up here.
Negative y is negative 1?
Negative 1y, yeah.
Yeah, if it's a negative, then means there's a 1 with it. So it's negative 1y.
Do you do dash?
All right, so dashed or solid?
Dashed.
Dashed. Now, here's the new part. When I get this dashed line here, okay, I have to shade on one side of the line. So I have to decide which side I need to shade on. All right, so here's what you do. Here's how to tell.
Take 2 points from the
Pick a point. Pick one point. The easiest point,
line.
as long as it's not on the line, the easiest point to pick is 0, 0, as long as your line doesn't go through 0, 0. Okay? This is where 0, 0 is. Do you agree or disagree?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. If you plug that in, 0 minus 0 is bigger than 7.
No, that's not true.
Is that true or false?
False.
False. So that means because this is false, I shade on the other side.
So that thing is basically it's not saying that.
It's saying greater than 7.
I would say it's basically.
When you're graphing it,
You
yes.
shade the side that's true, so it's always like false. You shade.
That's right. You shade the side that's true because every point in the shaded area will make it true.
Why is that inside then?
I don't even need to write this down.
Why'd I-
Shh.
Why'd I change what? Let's say I had 2x plus y is less than or equal to 8. Okay? So, if you like to move your equation and make it slope-intercept form, you can. Some of you were doing that yesterday. Or you can graph it just like this. This is an easy cover-up problem, right? 2x equals 8. So what does x equal?
4.
4. One, 2, 3, and 4. Okay? And then y equals 8. This time, you're right, it's solid because It's got this line under the less than sign. All right, so it's solid. I'm going to connect, but I need to know where to shade, so I need to pick a point. Which point? 0, 0. When you pick 0, now look where 0, 0 is. Okay. Now remember, if your line goes through 0, 0, you can't use it. Okay. All right, if I plug that in, is that true or false? Is 0 less than 8? Yes. So because it's true here, that's the side I shade on. If it's true, you shade there. If it's false, you shade the other side.
What is 0, 0?
Then pick another point. You can pick any point. I could pick 2, 1 right there. Pick any point you want. It doesn't matter. Because every point where it's shaded will make that inequality true. Okay? Now, we're not going to stop with just one. We're going to do a system. Remember, a system means we're solving with more than one, right? That's what we've been doing. Finding the places where lines intersect. Well, now we're going to look at inequalities. So if I were to put, what was that other one I had? The one before? X minus y less than 8, greater than 7. Okay? And whenever I graphed it, and I'm just going to put this on the same one just quickly. 4, 5, 6, 7. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's just pretend like we graphed these on the same graph. Okay? And we shaded down here. Right? The solution of the 2, if I was asked to find the solution area of the 2, the solution is where the shading overlaps. So do you see it here? Yep. You see this area here? It's dashed here. It's solid here. All this, any of that's the solution to both of them. That's correct. So you'll have 2 equations. We'll have to graph both of them, shade both of them, and find where the shading overlaps. So you might want to use colored pencils or crayons if you have them. There's a box of crayons right behind you, Shaja, right on the desk behind you. Say again. That's just the one I graphed first. I just put them on the same graph. All right, let's do it together. Let's do one together start to finish with 2 equations, 2 inequalities instead of just one. All right, the first one. All right, so directions is graph and solve the system of inequalities. All right, so I'm going to graph them in different colors here so you can see. What form are these lines in this time? Slope intercept, y'all's favorite form, right? Wasn't Shamali here earlier? Okay. -2 is my y-intercept, right? Let me do this in my purple color, and then I'll go back and do it. So you start at the y-intercept, which is -2. And then I go down how many? Cover-ups when it's in standard form. If it's in slope intercept, then you plot the slope and do, plot the intercept and do the slope. Yep, down 1, over 1. Okay? So my question is it dashed or is it solid? Dashed. It's dashed. Why is it dashed? Because it has no line. That is correct. I'm doing the first one. I put a point at -2. Then I went down 1, over 1. Okay? Now I have to shade. So I have to know where to shade. What point should I use as my test point? 0, 0. When I do 0, 0 in this first inequality, 0 greater than negative 0 minus 2. It isn't. One time, it doesn't matter. Is 0 greater than negative 2?
No.
Is 0 bigger than negative 2? Yes. Zero, is the alligator mouth eating the bigger number?
Yeah.
Yes. So that means this point is on the true side. So I'm going to shade that side. Okay? Anybody confused at this point? All right. Then let's graph the second. That's exactly right. I'm going to graph 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, no. Let's make this minus 6. I know, but I want to have room to do it on here. I can't go up no more. Let's do negative 6. Minus negative 6. All right. So I'm going to go down to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3 over 1. That's okay. It's a solid line, but now I need to shade. What should I use as my test point? I'm going to use 0, 0 again. Yep, you can, as long as the lines don't go through that point. Is 0 less than or equal to 3 times 0 plus 6? Oh, yeah, it's negative 6. Sorry. We changed it. Is that true or false?
It's false.
It's false. Negative 6 is smaller than 0. So this is false. Do you agree? So where do I need to shade? The other side. All the way down. So now look at my solution area.
It's right here. Look,
Oh, it's here. It's from here.
It's right here.
It's always going to be a time.
It's going to be depending on how the lines do.
Does it matter which one? Because that one is one. Yeah.
While this is 3 inequalities, 2 of them are really easy to grasp, because if you ever have y equals or x equals, those are special lines, right? What kind of a line is y equals a number? Horizontal, right? And what kind of a line is x equals a number? A vertical line, okay? So let's graph each one of these and let's see what happens.
Y equals -1.
All right, if y equals -1,
X equals 0.
that means at -1, there's a horizontal line. Horizontal goes which way?
Side to side.
Side to side. Solid or dash?
Solid.
What?
That is the line y equals -1.
Yeah.
Remember, y equals,
It's going to be a Y, not an X.
y equals is a horizontal line. X equals is a vertical line. Okay? Always.
So then if you have
If it's x equals 3, then you go over to 3 and you do a vertical line.
So if it's always like that, y equals the number, one number you always do.
Always horizontal, yep. All right. Do I shade above or below? All right, shh, 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 shh. Y equals is a horizontal line. Y equals -1 is a horizontal line at -1. Okay. Now at 0, 0,
Oh, it's just like -2. For -2, you go up and down. Oh, that's not how horizontal is.
yes it is.
Oh, that's nice. It's short.
Diagonal is like.
At 0, 0, is 0 bigger than or equal to -1? Yeah. Yeah, right? So I'm above. Okay?
Well, because
All right, keep watching, keep watching. All right, look.
it's just like 1 and then it's 2.
X is -2. That's a vertical line. Okay? Yep, I go to -2. This one's dashed this time, though. Because it's just greater than. It's not greater than or equal to. So I need to know, do I need to shade to the right or do I need to shade to the left? So pick a point. Is 0 bigger than -2? Yes. So far I see a solution area, but I've got one more equation to graph with it.
Put that in
Okay? Yes.
Okay, what kind of line is that?
All right. That's a vertical, yeah. Now here is my only line that I have to actually graph. I'm going to do cover up, right?
Yeah.
Because it's standard form.
there.
So x equals 4. 1, 2, 3. See why we practiced graphing lines yesterday so long? And then 2y equals 4. Is it solid or dashed?
Dashed. No, solid, I mean, I didn't see it.
It's a solid.
Solid.
All right, I'm going to give everybody a second to catch up with me.
Alright, just get what's on the point when you put on -2 Just get some solutions right there in the right corner.
No, she has
When
to
I
figure
put on
out-
-2, 0, 0 is the point I use.
she has to figure
You don't
out
need
what-
another
she
point
has
because
to
it's just a
figure out what
vertical
side is
line.
true and
So you just go up and down at 2, or -2, for that one.
0, 0.
On, you talking about the pink line? I went to -2 because x equals -2. You just go -2 and do a vertical line. All right. So my question is, which way?
0, 0.
Look at the yellow, just at the yellow. 0, 0.
Oh, I know.
0 plus 2 times 0, yes.
All this is going to be the solution.
Okay.
Sit down, Christian.
9.
Hey, you didn't say that.
True or false?
That is true.
That is true. Here's where it is. Here's where I'm going to shade. Now you have to look carefully. Look carefully at where my area is. I'm bounded by the yellow here. I got a dashed line. I'm looking where all 3 colors are, right?
Yeah.
In here. That's my solution. It is. See the yellow in it?
This gonna be a tough test.
Dumb.
So it's like right here, right?
Yep. Let's do y is less than x minus 4 and y is greater than or equal to -x plus 3. If you have colored pencils or crayons, it's going to make it a lot easier for you. If you don't have any, I've got some in my closet. All right, look at the first equation. Slope-intercept form, so start at your intercept, which is -4. What is the slope? What's the slope?
Go up 1, over 1.
Slope is 1, so go up 1, over 1.
Oh, yeah.
Is it dashed or solid?
It's dash.
It's dashed.
Boom, 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 boom,
Okay?
boom.
So now the question is, do I shade above or below? Let's see. You want to use 0, 0?
Yeah.
Is 0 less than 0 minus 4, which is -4? True or false?
False. 0 is not less than -4.
False. So that means I need to shade which way?
That's
The other side.
Sit down. You open your eyes. You get out of the way.
Okay? Let's do a good contrasting color here. We'll do yellow. All right. Slope-intercept form again. Where do I start?
Y equals
3. And then I do what?
negative 1 and
Which tells me what? Down 1
right
over 1. Is it solid or dash? Solid. Wherever should I shade? Try 0, 0. Is 0 bigger than or equal to 0 plus 3? True or false?
False.
False, right? So I need to shade the other way.
There goes your solution.
Do you see your solution?
Yay.
This one, this time, it's not closed off on all sides. This is my solution. Yes?